Good morning, students. I hope you all enjoyed your holidays. Now, come back to your study. Today, we will start with an interesting topic, hardware and software. So, before starting your topic, first quickly recap on computer system. Then only we will proceed towards hardware and software. The first thing is, what is computer system? As you know, computer is having various parts like keyboard, monitor, CPU. When they come together, they form a unit. That unit is known as computer system. See here, computer is made up of different parts. Which parts work together to form a computer system. These are the parts of the computer like monitor, keyboard, mouse, speaker, printer. So all these together we tell the computer system. Now I will show you one example. See here, he is a boy. He is having eyes, ears, nose, then legs, hands. So you can see all these things and you can touch also. So these are the physical parts of the body which can be seen and which can be touched. See here, ears, mouth, neck, hand, eyes, arms, stomach, knee, all these things can be seen and can be touched also. Yes or no? Inside our body, some parts are there which we can see and we can touch. See here, whether you can touch your head, whether you can touch your brain. No, we cannot touch them. We can't see them also. So these are the parts which cannot be seen and cannot be touched, but they are inside our body. Similar is the case of a computer. A computer is having both visible parts and invisible parts. So the visible parts which can be seen and which can be touched is known as a hardware. See here, these are the examples of hardware because these parts of the computer we can touch. Keyboard you can touch, mouse you can touch and you can see. Obviously you can see webcam, you can touch them. So these are the physical parts of the computer which we can see and we can touch. So the parts of the computer. Now this part you see, this part we cannot touch. This is running inside the computer. Whenever I will open my computer, this is going to be run inside my computer. Whenever I am opening my computer, this screen is showing, but I cannot touch that because some program is there which is running inside the computer. It cannot be seen and it cannot be touched. Because of some programs only this screen is coming. So this is known as software. The part of the computer which cannot be seen and which cannot be touched is known as a software. See here, the part of a computer which cannot be seen and which cannot be touched is known as a software. Clear? Hardware is the tangible parts of the computer and software is the intangible part of the computer. Okay? So we got a clear-cut meaning about the hardware and software. Hardware is the tangible part of the computer which can be touched, which can be seen. But software is the intangible part of the computer. We cannot see it and we cannot touch it also. Now see, we will go one by one in detail. Hardware. See this hardware? Hardware is divided into three parts. Input device, output device and storage device. Again I am repeating, hardware is divided into three parts. Input device, output device and storage device. Let us see what is input device. Input device, the device through which we can give input to the computer. That understood? The device through which we can give input to the computer is known as an input device. So various types of input devices are available. See here, mouse, then keyboard, then this is a scanner, this is a barcode reader. Barcode reader you all have seen in the shopping malls, in the shops. They are scanning the code from your price tag. Then only they are preparing bill. Okay. So these all are the input device. Mouse, keyboard, scanner and barcode reader. Let us see output device. What is output device? The device through which we can view the output from the computer is known as an output device. The device through which we can view the output of the computer, whatever things I am doing inside the computer, that result I want to see. How I will see? I will see the result through output device. So what are the output device available? First is monitor. Through monitor you can see the output. What is next one? It is a printer. Whatever things you did, you can get a physical copy or hard copy through a printer. Then these are the speakers through which you can listen. Through which you can listen the things, what is going inside the computer. Next is projector. You all have seen this in your computer lab. You have seen in auditorium. So what we are doing? We are connecting the projector to the computer. Then we are seeing the output in projector window. So projector is also an output device. Okay, now let us go for storage device. What is a storage device? Storage device means what? The device through which we are storing something for future use. That is known as a storage device. I did something, I want to see it in future. So I have to save it somewhere. So there are various types of storage devices are available. One of them is hard disk. So this hard disk may be external hard disk, may be internal hard disk. Internal means which is fixed inside the computer. External means from outside we can connect and we can take the data. But what is the problem with this hard disk is it is not handy. It is difficult to carry. So only next step CD came. But nowadays we are not using CD because it is having a drawback also. If it will fall, if it will get a single scratch also, our entire data is going to be lost. So this is the most popular used drive, that is pen drive. It is the most popular used one because we can easily take data from one place to another place. So it is a portable one. So now we learned the input device, output device and storage device. All these are coming under your hardware. Let us go to the software part. What is software? As I told you, the program running inside the computer is known as a software. We cannot see it and we cannot touch it. Okay? But without software, hardware is meaningless. Without software, what you will do with a computer? For running a computer, we should have some software. So this software is divided into two parts. One is application software. Second one is system software. So what is an application software? Application system software is designed for a specific purpose. It can do a specific work. For example, if I am using washing machine, it will wash my clothes. I cannot do any other work using washing machine because it has been designed for washing clothes only. Similarly, what do you mean by then application software? It is used for a specific purpose or specific task. For example, you see you are going to a hospital. Whenever you are going to a hospital, they are asking you about your role, about your name, then to what is your problem, what is your disease, why you have come here, to which department you want to go. So all these things they are feeding in using a software. So in that software, what will be their doctor's name, disease name. You see one, suppose you are transferring their software to a railway station. Whether it is going to help us? No, because in railway station, that software will be different. They will be recording about the train's departure time, train's arrival time, passengers time. So my objective is to clarify you that application software is used for a specific application only. We cannot use it for other purpose. So similarly in our computer, various types of application softwares are there, like Notepad. By using Notepad, you can make a note, but you cannot use Notepad for complex calculation. Similarly, Word you can use for preparing a document, but I cannot create a web page using using Word. Excel you can use for complex calculation, but by using Excel, I cannot prepare a document. So these all softwares are having some specific application. That's why they are known as application software. PowerPoint also. We can prepare a slide using PowerPoint. We cannot use it in Excel. We cannot do it in Excel. So the software which is designed for a specific application, it is known as a application software. Now we will see system software. So what is system software? System software manages the overall activities of the computer. So whatever things we are doing inside the computer, that is managed by your system software. So operating system is an example of system software. It is a medium through which we can interact with the hardware using software. The best example is here you see. Without driver, a car is not going to run. So driver is the manager of the car. Similarly, operating system is the manager of the computer. Okay, so today with this, I am winding up my session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.